You've been smoking again, haven't you?
I'd one before I picked you up, like.
I've told you loads of times. I don't want to smell that shit first thing in the morning. Crack your window.
It's freezing, man.
I'd rather that than die of cancer. Your cab's a pit, Dennis.
You don't own it.
Tuesdays and Fridays I do. A car reflects its owner. And you look like shit and all.
When did he say they were coming?
Do you like this shade? Me mum says he makes me look like a harlot.
What? No, not at all. Very vibrant.
When's who coming?
The VAT man. The phone last night.
Oh! Next Thursday. Coming from York, he said.
Yeah?
I'm sorry to trouble you, Mr. Startup, but I was wondering if I could have a day off.
A day off?
The day after tomorrow, to be precise. Funeral. Someone died.
Family?
No, not exactly. Just someone.
What, and you need a whole day off for that?
It's in Geordie land.
Do you want your train fare as well?
No.
Hello? Who's this?
How'd you think? My little boogie bear.
Why, I'm on a ski machine. I can't talk now.
Does that mean you're wearing those tight black leotard?
You call me when you're coming back.
What are you looking for?
Druggies or dossers?
Well, I'm neither. Been driving a cab all night. Need a shave and a clean shirt. All right?
Station rules says you can use the bog, and that's it. It's not the Savoy.
I've just used the bog. Do you want to stick your head round trap 3 there and check the evidence?
Thanks, Ross, mate. Yeah, jolly. Nice one.
Nev.
Hello, Dad.
How are you?
Aye, great. New band since I saw you last.
Aye.
Another girl, Callista.
Callista.
Brenda's a big Ally McBeal fan.
It's a nice car.
So, can you believe this?
Oh,
Was he ill?
I have no idea. Hadn't heard from him in years.
Why have the wake on Teesside?
must have moved it.
terrible thought, you know, isn't it, when you realise you look at the arc of a man's life and he was born in Newcastle, dies in Middlesbrough.
Let me help you.
Thank you, Pet. You're the first to arrive.
Oh, it looks like it.
Sad. Always are these occasions. Was he a relative?
No, but he was a good oppo a long time ago.
What a miserable day. Sort of day you get your dog put down.
Sort of day you contemplate mortality.
Moxie! You all right?
I think so. I borrowed it. I've never ridden one before. Sunk.
Strange part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah. They're not Geordies here, right?
Certainly not.
So what are they then?
Just people from Middlesbrough.
Smoggies.
God knows how I was fetched up here.
I still can't get my head round it, melee.
He didn't like me at first, in Germany. It's because I was the last to arrive and he didn't want another body in the billet. But I soon won him over.
You won him over, Moxie, because you had a dartboard. That was the only reason any of us let you in.
And all this time I thought it was me charm.
Oi, back off. How much did the rich twat pay you to guard it? Never mind. And get your hands off that paintwork, will you?
It's a bit special, isn't it?
Someone's doing all right, aren't they?
One of my most vivid memories of Oz is him preparing for a night out. Clean shirt, clean pair of kicks, and before he went marauding into the Dusseldorf night, dipped his fingers in the chip pan and run them through his hair.
Dennis! Neville! Moxie!
Oh, man.
Right.
Very.
Oh, yeah. God, you've changed less than anyone.
You've changed the most. It's not your Bentley out there, is it?
Afraid so.
Never. Bloody hell. What you do, win the lottery or what?
Hard graft, son. No, I've been very fortunate. And yourselves? How about you lot?
Catering.
Yeah, transport.
I'm still in the building trade. Self-employed, like prefabricated houses.
Great.
What about you, Bomber?
Oh, this and that. We're wondering, does anyone know what happened to him? How he died like?
No.
I don't even know his real name.
Yeah. Who's organised all this?
Aye. The old dude that bought the sandwiches didn't know.
He had an ex-wife, didn't he?
Marjorie.
That's it.
Nah, it wouldn't have been her, no. She moved to Carlisle.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, have you been to Carlisle? I have.
Well, presumably she's got another bloke, but nah, she wouldn't have sprung for this. There was no love lost.
It really doesn't matter, does it? The point is we've come to mourn his passing. And it's hard to think we'll never hear that big, booming gob again.
Oh. Wayne's not here. Anybody heard from him?
Well, he was always jobbing abroad, wasn't he? I got a card from him from the golf once. What did he say? He said, there's sand everywhere, can't get a drink, but there's hundreds of Irish nurses desperate for a shag. That was him, wasn't it?
So are we waiting for him or what? Or can we make a start on the sarnies?
Ah, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we should observe a moment's silence first.
Yeah. Mark of respect.
Right.
As I was saying, a couple of years ago, I was trying to sell my car. A larder.
You mean one of them Russian rat traps?
Yeah, right. No takers. But then I met this bloke, Caddy, from Moscow. And he told me that larders have become something of a status symbol back home. So we bought up as many cars as we get our hands on and shipped them back there.
Well, that's how you made your money?
No, not all of it now. No, because we didn't stop there, you see. We parlayed all our profits into surplus food. You know, exporting the stuff from supermarket chains that had passed its sell-by date. Marmalade, packet soup and sauces and the like.
You mean they're not so choosy over there?
They're not, Bon, no. Some young Russian soldier shivering in a shell hole in Chechnya, eating his bit of boiled dog, is not fussed about the date on his tomato ketchup sachet. Ah, but the big prize for me, fellas, it's not the money, it's not the porticoed house or the car. No, but meeting my partner's sister, Tatiana. Oh, a beguiling beauty from the Urals, who is the current Mrs. Taylor. Oh, and who will be anxiously awaiting my return even as we speak.
Oh, you're not going already?
It's all been very lovely in that, Bon, but I think we've done enough talking about the good old days, don't you?
And most of what's been said's clouded by sentiment. I mean, apart from the fact we were young, it wasn't the most elevating time of our lives, was it? We slept in a hut, we lived off fried food, and we got pissed with strangers. I mean, I'm sorry Oz has snuffed it, but face it, most of the time he was with us, he just inspired disgust and derision.
Can't argue with that, Nev. I was a monster.
What the bloody hell's going on?
Did I ride all the way up here from Liverpool with flies in my face to find that you're not sudden dead?
I am dead. At least the old Oz is dead. We're here to bury him. And celebrate the birth of the new Oz.
Leonard.
Yeah, hey man, you look like Lloyd's Bank Employee of the Month.
You're still a bollocks for setting us up.
Aye. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull here, Oz?
Lads, how else was I going to get you all in the one room at the same time? Huh? Is the company not here?
Why?
No. Can't say I'm surprised. In fact, I'm amazed the rest of you turned up.
We were hoping there was a will.
Haha, bit premature, Mox, but I am here to change all your lives.
Oh.
See, no, wait a minute. Now, it's right what Nev was saying there. I wasn't no good about the good old days, was that? Eh? But what was it what kept it all going? Eh?
I thought that things might get better.
Absolutely. Now, can any one of you look me in the eye and say that it has? I'll make an exception for Mr. Taylor, given his role at Park Roadside.
A Bentley, actually, virtually identical to the Rolls equivalent, but a bit more desirable.
It hasn't improved my life losing a day's dosh and wine costs nearly to drag our horses all the way down here to smuggling line.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you pull the sick trick back up in Newcastle?
There's a reason. The Middlesbrough Transporter Bridge. Designed by the Cleveland Bridge and Engineering Company of Darlington and opened on October the 17th, 1911 by Prince Arthur of Connaught.
What's our next stop? Guided tour of the Haverton Hill glue factory.
Now, as you can see, there's great tracts of land on both sides of the river, just ripe for development. And there's a big consortium already on the case. The only obstacle is this famous local landmark here. Now, that's where we'd fit in, because we're going to pull it down and flog it for a fortune.
Are you on something, Oz?
No, I've sobered up, Moxie.
What? You don't touch the sauce?
Well, comparatively sober.
You mean your drink is not harmful to humanity anymore?
Aye, right. I just stick to shandies these days and get mellow, you know. Don't get bladdered anymore and don't crack heads.
But we're British, man. We put things up, we don't knock them down.
we contract this out, man, then. We'd be the gabbers on this one.
But it's monstrous, man.
Yes, it's monstrous, Neville. It's gargantuan. It's outrageous. That's the point.
Well, how do you know about all this?
Geoffrey Granger.
Now, your story has been told many, many times, particularly in the tabloids. Here we are, a rising star in the political spectrum, a beautiful wife, social and cultural connections, and yet you threw it all away.
Well, Gloria, I didn't throw it all away. I was caught.
Nevertheless, caught, prosecuted, went to jail. But what would you say overall was the worst aspect of it?
Lying to my family, to my colleagues in the house. But as I've said on several occasions, it's not what I lost that counts. It's what I gained.
Which was?
Humility, moral perspective, and of course, God.
So where do you meet this wanker?
I was tooled up with him in Durham, Nick.
I hear they do a good breakfast up there.
You were inside? This was the old Oz, was it, Leonard?
It was Barry, aye. We had his ugly head in a pub in Wall's End one night. Some geezer ended up in hospital and I ended up in the Nick. But Granger, see, Granger was a marked man from the minute the doors banged behind him, you know. MP, privilege, all that baggage, you know. And I saved his arse one day.
I take it you're not speaking metaphorically.
I'm not Barry, no. In fact, I saved it 4 times in the first month.
So, he owes you big time, is that it?
He does, Bomb, aye, and he's part of this big land deal consortium, you see. And he came to me because of that. He said, Oz, he said, if you can put the right team together, you have got a contract for bringing down the bridge.
Well, there's going to be a hell of an outcry.
We're building a new bridge, man. Revive the whole area.
Let me see if I've got this straight. We, as an entity, will be the contractors, yeah, not the hired help.
Absolutely.
Foreign labour?
Almost certainly.
How much initial capital do we need to lay out? Have you worked that out?
75k.
75,000
Just to prove that we're bona fide, you know. And then when the job kicks off, we'll get a draw from the developer.
Doesn't sound enough to me.
You are? Not enough. Where would any of us get that sort of money?
Yeah. Well, the bank. Or the building society, or your granny's pearls. Listen, if you want it bad enough, you'll find it, won't you? And then when the job's finished, we'll get a hefty commission on the sale of the bridge. Now, I reckon we'll be looking at somewhere in the region of 250k. Between the 6 of us. So do the sums. Yes?
Did I miss the memorial thing? I didn't know it was this far. I didn't know anyway it was this far.
It was just a joke. Nobody died.
Yeah, my dad did. You sent him an invite.
Have a look.
It didn't have the right address on it, but I got it in the end.
You're never wins, laddie.
Yeah. My name's Wyman.
You cannot be, man. I mean, look at you. You're
very welcome, Wyman. Did you say your dad passed on?
Yeah. How? He just died. 2 years back. Freak heart thing. Congenital, they said.
Oh, that's a shitter.
So, it is awake after all.
Smile.
Good lad. Good. Right, lads. You've got me number. Get back to us as soon as you can, eh? I know there's a lot to take in all in one go, but just remember, nobody ever changed their lives by thinking small.
Barry, is there any chance of a lift, like, you know, just part of the way? Me bike's buggered.
Can't leave it in the river then, man. I thought you said you borrowed it.
I know, but the bloke don't know it yet.
All right, come in.
Oh, cheers, mate.
There's a spare cut at my gaff, if you're stuck for a kip.
Cheers, that'll be cool.
Well, you're the tycoon, Barry. What do you think of this idea?
I don't know, Bum. I must admit I admire its impudence.
Nothing wrong with that. Boldness be my friend, harden the audacity. Henry V, I think.
Shakespeare?
That's right, Bucks.
I'm not stupid, just strange.
Yes, and you. Thank you.
How much you reckon we'll have to cough up? Each, like?
10 grand plus change.
I haven't even got the plus change.
75 pissing grand. Ah, easy.
Right about one thing, though. We could all do with a boost.
You're all right. You've got your own business. I used to. People like you stuffed it.
How do you mean, people like me?
You import ready-built buildings, Neville, and DIY freaks put them up themselves at the weekends. Where does that leave artisans like me?
Artisans? Dinosaurs, more like. This whole area used to be pit villages, man. Everybody worked for the colliery. You know what they do now?
What?
All the men wear hairnets and pack airline meals. Everything's changed, Dennis. Deal with it. Sorry if your room's a bit basic, kid, but I just moved in a couple of weeks ago.
It's a nice little village. Quaint.
Oh, it's quaint. I kind of get used to waking up to the sound of cows in the morning. Might have woken up with a few in me time, like. No, I came here to get away from old haunts and bad habits, you know. But when I got into jail, it was a case of get me tools out, head down, arse up, and graft like a black man. That's just an expression, you know. It's a compliment, really. So where was your fella working when he met your mother? Nigeria?
Piss off. My mum's from Camberwell. They met at a Madness concert at the Lyceum.
Madness? I thought you must have been a Stones fan to lumber you with a name like Wyman.
No. I mean, you'd hardly idolise the bass player, would you?
No.
I think she wanted it to be close to Wayne without actually being Wayne. My professional name's a spin maestro, though.
So what?
The spin maestro, because that's what I do. Spin.
Spin?
DJ.
Oh, all right, aye.
Mostly round London, sometimes further afield. I've never been around these parts.
Your father was up here once, just before we all went off to Spain.
That's why I came up here. Or you lot knew him, and I never did.
The strongest link is Lee. He was the only person to get all of his questions right. Michael is statistically the round's weakest link. Will his game be over now?
Huggy there.
Who you think is the weakest?
Your usual Cosmo. Right, it's easy on the cranberry. And for Caddy, martini, straight up, couple of olives.
На здоровье.
Cheers.
Buddy.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Who has now lost the plot? Michael, do you know the keynote from the Birmingham?
Well, at least it was good to see old friends again.
On the other hand, if you see the Duke of Edinburgh, stay out of the way, Michael, because you know nothing about nature and he's very...
You should have seen their faces when I tooled up in the Bentley.
Why, David?
David had a...
See, all those years ago, they used to see me as a bit of a radish. Can you believe it?
Buddy, we are watching this program.
Ah, sorry, babe.
Probably myself.
That's correct. Never heard of the Birmingham...
Why don't you get for yourself something to eat?
Statistically,
Well, there doesn't seem to be much in the fridge, actually.
Then call for a curry. I have never stopped all day.
David.
Они избавились от дантиста.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Бой-бой. Я знал, что он будет первым.
Terrible to be voted off the weakest link. I'm gutted, mortified. I shouldn't be here. Michael should be here because he was the weakest link in that round.
staff do you employ, Mr. Hope?
Why do you assume he runs the business? We do everything together. Lorraine looks after the phones and the filing.
It's mostly done on the internet. People order by email, and then the stuff's sent direct from the suppliers in Sweden. Pre-packed, ready to bolt together.
And who looks after the VAT?
That's always been Brenda's province.
Thanks for the blame shifting. Yes, we're behind. But we've been having to give 3 months' credit just to stay competitive.
You are severely behind.
Have you any idea what it's like to run a small business with these margins? And a home? And raise 3 kids? Are you married?
That's not really relevant, Brenda.
It is to me.
Do you own your own home?
Less a couple of mortgages. We took out the second one when we kicked off the business.
We haven't got a second home in the Algarve. We spent last summer in a rented caravan on Windermere.
Brenda, please. Just trying to do her job.
Just because you haven't got the balls to face up to these people.
Oh, you're the one that bollocks the figures.
That doesn't mean they can treat us like criminals. I'll put it right, okay? Or would you just like to lock us up now and throw away the keys?
I still find it hard to describe what I felt when I went into prison. The banging of doors, the cries in the night, the smell of urine and overcooked cabbage, the almost tangible smell of fear itself. Yet I was more afraid of coming out into the sunshine of a hostile world. It was part of the price of starting over. I'm so sorry. And who's this one to?
To my dear friend, Oz.
What can we do for you, Oz?
Ooh, I could think of a few things, Pet, but I'm gonna have to settle for a cup of tea with your boss. Thanks, Pet.
Well, I hope this bloody book sells. I'm still crippled with legal fees, and since the divorce, the wife got the house in Westminster.
Smoked salmon and bubbly. It's not exactly Skid Row, Jeffrey.
This is all on the publisher's nut.
Well, I plunked my 20 quid down. I've no intention of reading it, like.
Well, I suggest that you at least peruse chapter 16, Talking to God.
I've been too busy talking to the lads.
You have them, they're set.
Virtually.
Virtually doesn't hack it, Oz. As soon as the ink is dry on those permits, I want work to start on the bridge. If you can't guarantee it, I'll have to go elsewhere.
Don't sweat it, Jeffrey. I'm crewed up, all right? Here.
They look like mercenaries. Who's the Bentley belong to?
Ah, it's Barry Taylor. Top man in his field. Import-export with the Ivans.
Ah, so the money shouldn't be a problem, then.
Oh, morning, Mr. Taylor. I hope you're not planning to drive another forklift today.
Well, I get bored in the office. I'm very hands-on, me, Arthur.
I know, Mr. Taylor. But there was an awful lot of mess to clear up.
This is what I love about our business. The way it unites people of the world. Just think, families in Azerbaijan will be eating pickled onions bottled in Walsall. It brings us all closer together, doesn't it, Arthur?
Ah, it does that, Mr. Taylor.
Still don't understand, Kate. Why are we bringing the larders back from Russia?
This is for us to restore, to renovate. I told you that. You see, Barry, a Russian has a great pride in his car. And he no wants some shit job done in back street of Moscow. And 1 week later, all paint fell off. No. Закрой дверь.
Phone call for Mr. Taylor.
I lost my virginity in Windermere.
What?
Well, you know, you were saying. That's where you and your family went.
Oh, right.
It was in a tent.
Barry, it's Neb.
Nev, hello, mate. I listened, it was lovely to see you the other day. Didn't get a chance to ask you, how's the lovely Brenda?
Oh, she's fine. Listen, Barry, there's something I want to ask you. This idea of Oz's, is it feasible? I mean, maybe you should have a word with this Granger bloke. I mean, after all, you two have got a lot in common.
Not exactly. I haven't been to prison for fraud and corruption.
You're successful, man. You speak the same language as him. I'm sorry to ask. I know you must be really busy.
No, I can find time for that. No, mate, it makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Okay. Cheers, Ben.
Okay, yeah, ta-ra, mate. Don't leave it with me. I'll sort it out. Ta-ra for a bit. Bye.
You are Osborne?
Mm-hmm.
Yorgo.
Yeah.
I take closer look. It's big job. You need many peoples.
Well, I'm told you're the man who can provide them.
It's no problem. I pay them, I find them beds. You pay me whole package.
I'll need a figure, obviously.
I work out. We discuss.
Will your people be, like, legal?
They will have papers. No problems. I think maybe 50 peoples.
Where will they be from?
From everywhere. Why you care?
Huh?
I am from Macedonia.
Huh? Oh, fine by me. As long as you are not from Sunderland.
You have pickup at 37 Bywood Road, Heaton, ASAP.
37 Bywood Road, Heaton. All right, copy.
Do you copy?
Yeah, got that. What road it is? Pick up that Central Station. Two foreigners, come in. You're breaking up there.
You look tired, Dennis. I'm all right. You find it hard, don't you? Doing a job like this. I'm not complaining, Mr. Coupler. I don't mean physically. I mean in your mind. I lived here 35 years. I know the tragedy of this area. It's full of men like yourself who have no place in the techno world.
Well, like me mate says, people like me are a thing of the past. That's a comforting thought when you switch off the light at night, eh?
However, Dennis, I believe there is a line you don't cross.
What do you mean by that, like?
Tommy Rompton. Maybe he thinks doing his filthy business from a minicab makes him less conspicuous. But when police take him down and you are driving him that day, they will take you too. I wouldn't like to see that happen.
Moxie.
Which is it? Drug dealers or cops? Pity. Could have done with a pick-me-up. Coffee. Pizza. Why aren't I in a dark room getting hurt?
This isn't a poll, Moxie. Although I see from your file you've got a bit of previous. 3 convictions for arson.
If this is about a fire, I didn't do it. I've been going to Arsonists Anonymous.
How long have you been working for Mickey Startup?
Less than a year.
He's scum. And we want him. He's making more money out of human traffic than arms running or drug dealing.
I wondered how you felt about wearing a wire.
You're joking, aren't you?
Well, you must hear a lot. See a lot.
I work in the kitchens. I don't hang out with Mickey Startup. What's he gonna tell me? We got 6 Natashas coming in from Belgrade tonight, so keep it under your hat, Mox.
It's not just girls. He's running the whole black labour racket for the north of England.
Well, if you won't wear a wire, maybe you can get a bug in his office for us.
Who do you think I am? Donny Sodden Brasco? Oh, hey. Anchovies.
One of his former bookkeepers came to us, told us what's in his safe.
She also told us how to get into the safe. Could you do that for us?
Well, it's a question of civic duty.
I think we'll have to consider it.
And what, risk our savings?
Well, maybe it's time you had a bit of risk in your life, Neville.
I've always worked to reduce the risk in our lives, Brenda, man. For you and the girls.
Well, it hasn't made you happy. You get depressed, negative. And I don't think it's just sexual.
Where did that come from?
I've seen the way you look at Lorraine and our daughter's friends. And there's not been a lot of activity in the bedroom.
Oh, sweetheart, man, that's just because I just feel like I'm wading through treacle.
We'll have to take a chance if we're ever going to get ahead of the game. That's the way it works, Nev.
Granger's confident the board will pass the scheme. Final votes next week. Oh, and it's a 7-way split again. Wayne's young and rang up, and he wants in.
Where's he got the money?
Well, he's a top disc jockey. They'll make a fortune, apparently.
He'd be well qualified for knocking down a bridge, then.
Hey, listen, he's not my favourite Martian. And it's no secret I didn't like his fella neither, but if the kid's got the wonga, he's in.
Barry's a keeler, isn't he? Is he? Maybe he'll get a bit more pregnant once he's met Granger.
Do I take it you're in, Neville?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to bite a bullet on the VAT. But if this works out, I'll get everybody off me back.
Bomber's come up with half of his so far, but he's got all them bairns, hasn't he? So maybe they'll chip in for him.
I wouldn't get me hopes too high on Moxie.
Ah, well, funnily enough, he rang last night and said he knows where he can get his hands on some money.
You're all mad. It's a massive bastard job. Nobody knows shit about demolition.
Yeah, but like Oz says, Dan, we're the gaffers on this.
That's right. I've already spoken to a gangmaster.
What?
A gang, he's a bloke what rounds up your foreign labour for you. 'Cause it'll be a bunch of Albanians or Yugoslavs what actually brings the bridge down. We're the money on this one, Dan. We're the money.
I haven't got any bloody money. How many mailbags did you have to sew to get your steak?
I got that through honest graft, actually. Sweat in me brow. When I got into jail, I went back on the tools and I've worked 6 days a week ever since.
And you've saved £10,000?
No. I fell up a scaffold and scored for 8 grand compen.
What happened to that 25 grand payout you got from Ali Fraser?
That was 15 years ago, man. 2 divorces and a new pair of shoes took care of that.
Well, maybe Barry would see you, right?
I'm not owing anybody.
Man, Dan, we need you. You were always top man, the anchor. Well, you kept us in line.
Aye, Dan. Huh?
Every Tuesday and Friday, I drive a drug dealer round the housing estates and the shopping centres. Why would I do that, eh? Because it's my biggest payday of the week. The rest of the time, I work the graveyard shift, you know? Bigger tips at night, even though you've got to clean up after blowjobs and drunks. If I had £10,000, do you think that would be me life? See ya.
Pleasure.
You turn some heads, Mr. Granger.
Geoffrey, please.
Geoffrey.
Price of notoriety, I'm afraid.
But you've always been a public figure, haven't you, Geoffrey? Even before the disgrace.
Public life is what I chose from a very early age. I was MP for South Cleveland at only 28.
Oh, really?
Which, I suppose, explains my concern for the needs and hardships of the working people of Teesside.
So? Is that what you had in mind, Geoffrey?
Should do very nicely. Thank you.
Is it all right?
It's delicious.
Good.
You're like me, I think. You like good things in life.
Especially having been deprived of them for a while. Of course, being from Russia, I should imagine you've been deprived of many things yourself.
No.
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 How did you snag this delectable creature back?
Well, it's a long story.
Yes, which we don't have to hear now.
No, baby. So, Jeffrey, this land deal.
Vision, Barry. A vision of a community revitalized and rejuvenated. A phoenix rising from the ashes of waste and neglect. And a new bridge connecting a continual flow of people and traffic, which is why, of course, the old anachronism has to be pulled down.
Oz says you got a buyer for the bridge. Because as I understand it, that would be the lad's big payday.
Absolutely. And incidentally, I want no part of that. It's not what I'm in this business for. This is my way of giving something back.
Of course, I'm not yet personally committed, do you understand?
Well, maybe you should think of this, buddy. You go to the north, you see your friends.
Do you take a keen interest in his ventures, Tatiana?
I advise, yes. Sometimes I say, buddy, don't go there with the barge pole.
Well, I do hope that we can rely upon your support.
Why are we going this way home?
Well, I like to drive by my empire. It gives me a warm glow inside, baby bear. What's your Range Rover doing there?
Buddy, let's go home. I'm tired. I have a headache.
What's going on, Cad?
Hey! Can you believe it's more cars arrive? I have to offload or they stay overnight outside. It's no good.
Well, it's very good of you, but it's a bit beyond the call of duty, mate.
Take Tatiana home, buddy. Good dinner?
Should be. Cost a fortune. All right, mate, but don't kill yourself, eh? Ta-ra.
Tossie.
All right, Alan?
Cheers.
right, man. Banging.
Hello, Oz. Sorry, did I wake you?
Where have you sprung from?
Liverpool.
Well, how?
By cab.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I told you on the phone I'm in, so I brought me contribution.
Oh. Well, you're a bit premature, Moxie. The deal's not closed yet.
Fingers crossed then, eh? Otherwise I'll have to invest elsewhere.
What, have you brought a cheque?
No.
Hell's bollocks. Hey, you better stick that in the bank.
But rather not. Have you got a shovel?
What are you doing?
What? Why, boss?
You should be out looking for that thieving piece of turd. It's been 2 days now.
We've combed a sissy, boss.
Get out, find him, and kill him. Then bring him here, and I'll kill him. Again.
We'll soon be saying goodbye to a local landmark following a decision by the Middlesbrough Development Corporation to go ahead with the Havisham project.
The unique transporter bridge, which has spanned the Tees for more than 90 years, was featured in the award-winning film Billy Elliot. Now it has to go as part of a massive redevelopment scheme.
The details of the venture were revealed today at a hastily summoned news conference on the banks of the River Tees in the shadow of the doomed bridge.
This is an historic day, a triumph for the area, because what the Havisham project is ultimately about is improving the lives of people.
Lord Wharfdale, some people think it's a shame that the scheme has to be at the expense of such an historic structure.
Oh, well, you can't create vital twin communities and link them with an antiquated ferry that'll only take a dozen cars.
Well, what does Dad know about pulling down bridges?
Nothing, Debbie, which I think is a point worth considering.
It's there, on television, it's happening. Someone's going to make a profit from it, why not us?
I think it's your dad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the hospital now. Yeah, well, they took some more tests, changed my medication. No, I'm still going up north, Kathy. It means a lot. It gives a bit of a point to my existence. There might be a bubble to in it. And the crack was always good.
А выражение на лице, как у беременного верблюда.
Barry, are you going for a jog?
No. I've got business to attend to in the north, actually. Baby bear. Oh.
Sorry.
Well, the crack on. Better get changed. Time's getting on.
Right then, gentlemen, to the bridge.
The bridge. I thought you didn't do that anymore.
Oh, it's only tequila. I'm gonna wash it down with a caliber.
So, what's the order of play then, Oz?
First thing, we'll get ourselves down to Middlesbrough, get all the paperwork signed.
Oh, I have to hand it to you, Oz. You got all this together.
Yeah.
And us.
That's right, yeah.
Good lad.
Nice woman.
I have to say, you are the last person on earth I imagine being in business with.
Well, if it comes to that, you're the last person on earth I ever thought would be a millionaire, but...
I can still see you in the hood, sitting on your bed in your manky underpants, eating soup from a tin and cleaning your toenails with your trowel.
Long time ago, you know.
Yeah, it didn't seem that long to me.
You guys lived in a hut?
Yeah. We used to call it Stalag 17. Felt like prisoners of war.
Your dad fused the lights every other night, blow drying his hair.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
Oh, he's a bit of a ladies' man, wasn't he?
Yeah, I gathered that.
I have to say, everything I know about women I learned from your dad.
Well, that must have taken them all of 30 seconds.
Oh, you may laugh. You wait until you clap eyes on Tatiana.
From the rurals.
One of you is missing, though. Apart from my dad, I mean.
That's not wrong. But I don't think it's right.
I want to get finished early today. The wife's opening up a new salon.
Sort of salon?
Ah, you know, lasses stuff. Cellulite, tanning, leg waxing. This is her third. Up in Hillbilly Land. Concert. Can you believe it?
I expect they could do with a tan up there.
She's got a great head for business, that's Janine. Have you got a wife?
I've had two. History note.
Not surprised. I mean, look at the state here. Have you got any kids or no?
I don't see them much. They don't live in the area.
Janine wants to send our lad to boarding school.
Right. Many grams would you have to shift to put a kid through Eton?
You want to watch your mouth, Dennis. Just drive your mobile shit house and shut up. Right?
Did you get this car on the drip, Barry?
The what?
The drip. Chucky. Never, never. Hire purchase.
Oh, right, son. Actually, I wanted to pay cash for it, but my accountant suggested it'd be foolish to have so much capital tied up in a depreciating asset.
Hit a red light round here, it'll depreciate even faster. They'll have your wheels off quicker than a Formula One pit crew.
Well, not with 6 of us in the car, surely.
Don't count on it.
Maybe they'll think we're a boy band shooting a video.
Try this next left.
Left.
Just do all this.
Oi, oi!
What's all this?
Rolling again, Dennis. Magnificent 7.
It wouldn't be the same without you, man.
Look, I've told you where I stand.
We're gonna come up with you.
That means I owe 6 people.
No, you won't. When we get our back-end bonus, what you owe us will come off the top.
Look, I've got an all-day affair. I can't talk about this right now.
Oh, is that the dealer? How come he's not tootling around in a Beamer?
Lost his license. Road rage.
Who's this lot? We're the drug squad. The Bentley's just a cunning subterfuge.
Why don't you just pay Dennis what he's owed because he's finished for the day?
He is bastard not. Now piss off, the lot of you.
Den, what does he owe you?
Just leave it out, Oz, will you?
Oz? Is that the name? I've seen your ugly face around, so you'll be easy to find.
Ugly? What does that mean?
Look, there's no reason for this to get unpleasant, you know. It means, if you dick with me, I'll eat your liver.
Is that with or without the fava beans?
I hate the know where I live, man.
You don't live there anymore. You're coming with us. Away. Get in quick. Want to ride shotgun, bomber?
See, the old Oz is still with us.
Well, he has to appear every once in a while, Bum. Else people might think I'm Cliff Richard. We're going to pull it down the same way as them put it up 90 years ago. With pulleys and chains and sweat and toil.
So there.
Can you not think about her while you're shagging Brenda?
Oh, no, I shouldn't have mentioned this.
Seems like a hell of a good way to get your money's worth out of a sex therapist.
Your friend, he think with his head.
What does your friend think with his bollocks?
I'm broke, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm too old.
Right.
Have you as much experience in this line of work? Not exactly on this scale.
You look good in that, Neville.
I don't need anything from you, Dad.
You used to, when you were a kid.
You're a bunch of bloody amateurs.
How do you feel about killing him?
Hell, bollocks. got this letter with black round the edges inviting me to a wake for Oz in Middlesbrough. So Neville and me drove down, and other faces from the past started showing up. Faces we hadn't seen in years. Some of them were doing a bit better than others. And a new face, Wayne's kid, Wyman. When Oz walked through the door, we all wanted to kill him. But he had a proposition. He wanted us to pull down this bridge. He'd met a bloke in the nick, some fat cat called Geoffrey Granger, who owed him a favour. The ante was 10 grand each. Where would any of us get that sort of money? Even Moxie came up with the readies. I was skint, said, count me out.
Pull on again, Dennis.
Then Oz used his powers of persuasion.
Peculiar bloody bridge.
Aye. 2 years ago, they used to build ships this far up the Tees. Couldn't put up a regular bridge, so they couldn't get out to sea.
Still beats me how you swung this deal, lad.
Just economics, buddy. See, Granger's consortium put this job out to tender. High-tech civil engineering companies. Well, all them overheads, bringing in cranes from the continent and what have you, the lowest quote they got was 2 million nigger.
Well, we're way below that. Can we do it?
Yes, we can do it because we are low-tech. See, we're going to pull it down the same way as them put it up 90 years ago. With pulleys and chains and sweat and toil.
Where's it going?
I'm not sure, kid. The Far East, I think.
Malaysia.
Huh?
The Granger as good as told me when we had our dinner.
Oh.
Hey, we should have a photo.
Aye.
Excuse me, Pat. I want to take a photo.
Who'd have thought it?
That's ridiculous, mate.
I take it this partnership is being formed on a basis of mutual trust?
Yep.
Well, there's no point in formalizing the relationship. No need to register a company. All we need is a simple letter of agreement signed by you all.
Equal dibs all the way around.
Okay. Pro rata based on your contribution to the working capital?
Not exactly.
Yes, exactly.
And any possible profit
Eventual profit.
will also be divided pari passu.
Pari par what?
Equal slices of the cake, Mugs.
Why didn't he just say so?
Right, well, I get the letter drafted. You can sign it while you're here. Now all you need is a local bank account in the name of your partnership, and you're ready to sign checks.
We don't have a name. What, we're going to call ourselves?
Let's see what our initials spell.
May I? Oh, wait, Barry, Oz, Neville, Dennis. That's Bond.
Very good.
That's a good start, isn't it? Well, it's a union coming together.
Yeah, but you're left with BM and W. That's a good name for a car, but we've only got one vowel.
It's a bit like Countdown, this, isn't it? Hang on. What's your real name, Bomb?
Oh, good thinking, Moxie. Brian.
Another B.
My middle name's Ian, if that's any use.
Dim knob.
That's going to look good on a letterhead, isn't it? Dim knob, demolition.
Look, I do have a 3 o'clock.
It has to be pithy and distinctive.
A flock of seagulls.
Moxie, shut your gate.
Okay, let's reschedule. Sleep on it, yeah?
Bridge North?
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, that's strong. That's good.
Bridge North. I like that, Nev. That's happening. Bridge North. We could maybe even have our own website.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's all there.
These are quite nice, Barry. You must let us know where you get them from.
Davidoff's of German Street in London, Mum. Don't suppose you know it.
I do, actually. Across the street from the ironmongers.
Hey, he's our benefactor.
How did he handle himself in a nick?
He was petrified most of the time. He didn't have that smug look on his boat race neither.
I found him nice enough at our dinner, but for a man who's found God, his hand did stray to my wife's thigh a few times.
So what's the order of plate then?
What do you mean?
Well, you're a gaffer. Always were.
Thinking, we'll have to find a spot to pitch the tents. We need a site office.
Courtesy of November Homes.
Nice one, Nev.
Portaloos, office supplies, mini buses. And we'll need a boat. I suppose we can ferry back and forward across the river.
Where's the workforce coming from?
Overseas.
Overseas? How come?
How come? Yeah. Because a Brit would want 18 pound an hour, that's how come. Whereas your Albanian will settle for a lot less.
Ah, beginning to sound like bosses, aren't we?
Got a point there, Bob.
Haydi birbirine haydi. Çek. Çek. Getir. Getir. Hadi. Haydi haydi haydi. Hep bırak.
I'll take 6 back to the pool, take the rest to the house in Salford. She'll come with me.
How are you, my friend?
I'm champion. Dennis, this is Yogi.
Nice to meet you, Yogi.
Yorgo.
Oh, sorry.
I have to tell you, this not soft job.
No.
Many of my peoples, they work hop fields or they pluck chickens. Not right for this. This needs skilled man, engineer, military.
Is this leading up to you asking me for more money?
This is leading up to me ask for more money, yes.
No. We had a deal, pal, remember? Now, if you are trying to shaft me, I've still got 2 weeks to get somebody else.
You not find someone else, you walk through me.
How much extra do you want?
10,000.
10,000? Knob off. What's up with him?
He is upset because you upset me.
Oh. Well, how upset would he be if I gave you a slap?
Look, Oz, you know, he's got a point. I mean, he couldn't pull a bridge down on much chicken pluckers. Maybe there's some middle ground here, you know? I mean, how about we give you £5,000 now, then if you knock the bridge down within 6 weeks, we'll give you another 5,000 bonus.
Aye.
His deal. Your friend think with his head.
What does your friend think with his bollocks?
Stop bullshit. You have advance?
It's all there.
Very good. Monday 25th, you have 50 peoples.
I can't believe you're going to give that bloke a slap, man. He had a gun. You can see it sticking out of his jacket.
Ah, window dressing. I'll tell you what, lad, something to be said for just driving a minicab.
Oh, Pat, it's me.
Oh, how did it go? Is it all signed and sealed?
Aye, for better or worse.
It's for the best never. What are the words we never use?
I'm broke, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm too old.
Right. So are you on your way back?
No, we're going to stop over. Have a bite at Oz's.
I fixed Debbie's party. Taking the back room at Guido's. Have a disco and everything?
Well, that's going to cost, isn't it?
Hello? What were we just saying?
Fine, fine. Champagne, limousines, ecstasy, whatever.
This place gives me the creeps. Everything automated. Whatever happened to people?
Could one of you pay for us? I don't have a credit card. I'll give you the cash though.
Cheers, mate. I bet there's a lot of the old in and out in a place like this.
Yeah, in and out in half an hour.
Okay, lads?
Yeah.
I'm not staying here. There's no room service.
Yeah. Is this yours, a laptop?
Aye. Learn computer skills in it, Nick. Because you see, there's no social barriers in cyberspace there. People can't tell your accent in a chat room.
Well, I'm glad to hear you learned something inside.
Did carpentry and all. See that lovely table over there with a bally twist leg on it?
Will you make that?
No, but it's nice, isn't it? Listen, Dan. How's about we go over to Newcastle tomorrow? We'll pack all your things and come back over here, and you can stay here with me as long as you like.
Everybody seems to be doing me favours. Look, I've told you, man. I can't pay you back.
Don't fret about the money, then, man. We've told you. You won't owe. It just comes off your whack at the end. And being here with me has got to be better than the way you've been living recently.
Hey, I wasn't destitute, you know.
Oh, were you not?
No.
Den. You can't do that in here, son. Smoke-free zone. If you want to light up, you'll have to go in the garden.
Hells, bollocks, it's hard to get used to the new horse, lad. Mind you, the old one turned up when you lamped that flipping dealer like living with Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Dennis said you named your baby after Ali McBeal.
Well, Brenda did.
Isn't he the manager of Dundee United?
Right. How's for a bit more Romanian red?
No thanks, Oz. Dodgy stomach.
It's probably this wine. I'll be glad when I've had enough. Cheers, mate.
No, just a touch, Oz. Lovely. We don't drink much wine at home.
No?
No, Tatiana's tipple was a cranberry and Stoller.
What happened to your Hazel?
Oh. Yeah, she left me. Yeah, no, she did this Open University course and, well, she got caught up in that whole movement that confused emancipation and liberation with sleeping with other women.
Never.
And she never let you watch?
I always wondered why she was such a Melissa Etheridge fan. No, she moved in with an aromatherapist from Solihull. Actually, I saw her a year back. She was trying to change a rear tyre on the hard shoulder on the M6. Yeah, so I tooled up in the Bentley. Of course, she had absolutely no inkling of how, rich and successful I'd become in the meantime.
What did she say?
Well, she just stared at me in utter disbelief.
But you had to change the wheel, like?
Pig off, I was pissing down. No, I just said, well, Hazel. That'll teach you for being a lesbo.
With 2 ex-wives, me. A couple of kids I never hear from, like.
It's my Debbie's 18th next week. We're having a big thrash.
Hey, do you want me to spin for her?
How do you mean?
That's what he does, the band, man. He's a turntablist, a mixmeister. He's a DJ, man, at records.
Oh,
Aye, great.
Well, I'm off down London at the weekend. I'll bring some records back. Bit of garage, bit of hip-hop, bit of reggae, you know what I'm saying, right?
Fantastic, hey? She'd be over the moon.
I'm surprised at you letting him loose amongst your daughter's pals. If he's anything like his father...
Is that what you are, kid, yeah? A chip off the old block?
Well, I mean, I'm not desperate.
Let them come to you. That's what your father told me.
Your lad's about Wyman's age, isn't he, Oz? Rod, wasn't it?
It was. Still is. Oh, you know, the kid never came to see us once when I was in the jail, you know. I think I got one letter.
Took his mother's side, did he?
Ah, well, I can't blame him for that, like. Not in the house, then, eh?
Oh, good to see you.
There.
Jeffrey.
Mr. Taylor, how are you?
Very well, Jeffrey, thank you.
Good. And these other chaps are your...
partners.
Good to meet you. I'm Geoffrey Granger.
Hello.
And this is Dan Calhoun, our structural engineer.
How you doing? Champion.
So, went over the original plans, worked out a dismantling sequence. Have you as much experience in this line of work?
Not exactly on this scale.
Well, if you don't dismantle in the proper order, you run the risk of creating sectional stress.
Obviously, the...
End up with the entire fabrication toppling in the river.
That'll cut a few corners.
Yeah. Why don't you talk us through the whole procedure? Yeah?
So which one of you is the gaffer?
That will be Dennis.
He's worked on bridges all over. There's a bit of a problem with the source, but then he's Irish.
Well, he won't be pulling the rivets out himself, will he?
Exactly. Look, we're going to make a bit of a thing of the last ride, the last trip across the river. Tony will almost certainly be coming up.
Tony?
Blair.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, his constituency's only up the road, after all. He'll bring a couple of cabinet cronies. Lord Wharfdale will be here, the Marquis of Londonderry, Anton Deck. Anyway, we thought you people in some way should be represented.
Oh, Jeffrey, I'd be delighted.
And I hope you'll bring your lady wife. She'd certainly grace the occasion.
Oh, no, she'll be thrilled.
Good chap. Well, my stomach tells me it's lunch. Sarah, see if you can find a restaurant with 3 chefs' hats. If that's remotely possible in this neck of the woods.
This man, Moxie, robbed me. He took some private papers along with the cash. I want it all back. So, Mr. Platt, how do you feel about killing him?
I'm a Tranmere Rovers supporter. Brought up in the shadow of Liverpool and Everton. Makes you feel like a poor relation, country cousin. Leaves you resentful, full of spite.
Was that a yes?
I'll start with his gaff.
We tore it apart. Nothing but dirty laundry and bootleg videos.
You got lucky, didn't you, my dear? Good job, this. Nice dress. Better than working in a sweatshop, eh? Don't worry. I'll look after you.
I'd pay for that one myself.
I'll be paying for her soon enough.
Those brothers of hers are very protective.
Yeah. Well, Yorgo's got a big job on up in Middlesbrough. You make sure they're on it.
I want to take the first rivet out with this sucker.
Oh, I can't stand heights, me, man. I'm gonna have to go down us.
Oh, man, Den. You can see what future's from up here.
Oh, aye. Where do you see yourself?
In a better place.
Is that metaphorically?
If you like. I'm taking steps, so I'm seeing me laddie tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Aye. Well, I rang the mother. Got a phone number.
You've got some bridges to build there, mate.
Is that another metaphor? Thick and fast the day, then.
Oh, I've got to go down, man.
Hold on. Ah! Oh, only a joke.
You look good in that, Neville. Very macho.
Thanks. Oh, take that seat there.
Morning, Nev.
Who's the toddy? This is my secretary, Lorraine. Just come down to set up the office. Lorraine, this is Dennis. Oz.
Hiya.
Hello. You might want to think twice about wearing that skirt when the workforce arrive, pet.
Really? Neville's always liked this skirt. He's always asking me to wear it. I'll go fetch that other box from the car.
Right.
I'm amazed Brenda allows that to slither around your office.
She's very good at what she does.
Oh, aye. What's happening?
She, you know, answers the phones.
Oh, she's well qualified then.
Mrs. Greenland's not been in today.
Of course she did. She leave at 4 o'clock.
How can you make this much mess in 2 hours?
Hey, Barry, chill. Mellow out. How was your business in the north?
All right, thank you. How's our business? Managing all right without me?
Oh, there's no problems. 14 tons we shipped this week. Packet soups, kidney and steak. How you say? Pie. Pie in tins. Yes. Want a drink?
Oh, no, it's too early for me, thanks, Kat.
My sister upstairs. She make herself beautiful just for you.
Bit early.
This I don't believe. You leave me alone, you come home, straight off you on my back.
No, I'm not. I'm not, baby. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, but it's me. I'm tired. Oh, no. Anyway, I've got you an invite. We're going to be doing this last ride across the river, bit of a PR thing.
You want me to go to... Where is this place?
Middlesbrough.
I think no, thank you.
Well, it's going to be very top draw, Tatiana. All sorts. Aristars, pop stars, the Prime Minister.
I have nothing to wear.
I'm sure you'll solve that problem, baby. Anyway, there'll probably be a bit of a do afterwards. You know, banqueting halls, speeches, lots of press and stuff. Why did you come up for a couple of days, eh? Meet the boys, I've told them all about you. Oh. Where'd you get this stuff, eh? God.
Boots. It's my herbal laxative.
Oh, bloody hell. I'll have a runny nose for days. Oh. Bloody hell.
All right.
Yeah, fine. Where's this party then?
Not far. I've told me daughter I bought up London's top DJ, especially.
Hope she was impressed.
Well, I hope it's the truth.
Not really.
Don't tell her that. I've got a lot of points from this. Because usually she thinks of me as the uncoolest person on the planet. Just here. Yeah, what you got, neat?
Split records, isn't it?
Just a minute.
Hello, mate.
Come on, Moxie, let's get out of here.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Oh, it'll be fine if you're planning to top yourself. When I stop in a hotel, I like to get into the bar, have a drink and a chat. I can't talk to a vending machine.
I quite like it. Reminds me of Sweden.
Oh, when were you in Sweden?
Never. I just imagine it's like this, you know. Fully automated, labour saving, nice soap.
Let's go down the pub.
Okay.
There you are.
Bud.
All right.
Hi. How are you doing, son?
Not bad.
Good, man. Can I get you a drink?
Can I have a glass of Rioja, please?
Cheers. Glass of Rioja? Is this your local?
Come here sometimes.
Canny place. So I spoke to your mother. Do you see much of her?
Yeah, went over there a couple of weeks ago.
How is she? Is she happy?
She's all right. She's got a bloke. Got a job. Makes her laugh.
What about yourself? What are you up to?
Me, I'm a singer.
What?
Yeah, I sing. I've been doing the clubs and that. Yeah, I had a few gigs.
Well, that's fantastic. Singing. I'll have to come along and see you sometime.
Oh, you don't have to feel obliged.
It's not a question of feeling obliged, man. Look, cut us a bit of slack, eh? I know I've not been the world's greatest father, but well, maybe there's a way I can make up for that.
You don't have to. I've got my own life. I'm doing absolutely fine.
Listen, son. I'm not proud of the person that I was, you know. Not proud of going to jail or being the kind of husband that I was to your mother, but people can't change, you know. I mean, look, I don't get hammered anymore. I live in the country. I've got a new tooth, look. And I've got a big scheme going down. Could make a real difference.
Difference to who?
Well, I'd like to think to all of us, even if it's only just money.
Look, I don't need anything from you, Dad.
You used to, when you were a kid. Yeah, can you remember Neville, who went to Germany? Well, his daughter's having a party tonight, a disco, a bit of an ease up. Do you want to come? Bound to be a stack of toddy.
What? Loads of little wannabes in miniskirts and mascara and that?
Guaranteed.
Ah, thanks, but I've got a date.
Ah, well, it's a pity. You know when you're singing, What name do you use, like, professionally?
Rod Osborne.
Aye.
All right, let's change the mood, let's change the groove. Let's disco down with a request from the birthday girl. Love is the drug, let's hear it from Mr. Ferry.
Before your time, this one.
Oh, it's me dad. He loves Roxy music. Can I buy a drink?
Nah, not on the job. What are you drinking?
Too much.
Yeah? I've heard you're some wicked girls up here.
Oh, yeah, and who told you that?
Just a rumour. I've had no first-hand experience.
Oh.
Yeah, love. One for yourself.
Oh, thanks, lad.
Cheers, mate. You know what Bomber fancies if we make a bob or two out of this?
No, what's that?
Open a nice little nursery. Somewhere in the Vale of Evesham. Work in the fresh air.
Looks like you've seen plenty of fresh air over the past few years, judging by the look of you.
Yeah. Digging ditches, laying turf. I worked as a bouncer for 6 months. Club in Birmingham. Terrible. All those kids stoned out of their heads.
Yeah. Much trouble?
Oh, not much. At least he made him less violent.
You all right, mate?
Bloody hell. I'm gonna need some help here.
Dad, Mum says I have to go home with you and her at 11.
She said so.
It's not fair.
Hey, it's your sister's party and you're 14.
I know, but...
There's no buts. I hope you're sticking to orange juice.
Which one's your Debbie?
Go there, in the black dress.
Well, they're all in black. Looks like a Marilyn Manson gig.
There, man. The blondie taking a swig.
Oh, hey, she looks deadly.
They all do.
I think you better get a bit of fresh air now.
Oh,
both me daughters look like strangers tonight. My laddie is a stranger. At least you've never been away from yours.
Oh, how'd it go?
Tricky, really. Fine looking laddie, mind. Nice gear, good skin. Marjorie must have got something right.
What I cannot get used to is being a parent of grown-up kids, not bands. I mean, I shouldn't be this old, you know what I mean?
Aye.
I don't know who I am these days, Oz. That's how Brenda got us into this bridge business. She could see that I had to change things, shake things up a bit.
But you and Brenda's all right, aren't you? I mean, it's not about that.
That's part of it. We've never had sex since the bairn was born. And I love Brenda.
Wow. But what about Viagra?
Oh, that's not the problem. Lorraine in the office, I get a stalker I could hang a hat on.
Well, what is it then?
I don't know. I've been seeing a shrink. Woman over in Jesmond specialises in that sort of thing.
daft thing is,
To do with her, no bother. Really attractive.
well, can you not think about her while you're shagging Brenda?
I knew I shouldn't have mentioned this.
Well, seems like a hell of a good way to get your money's worth out of a sex therapist.
All right, Moxie. What to say?
They're keeping him overnight.
What was it, his heart?
Something else. They wouldn't say. They phoned his daughter to find out what medication he was on.
Well, I didn't know he was.
Me neither. Well, we wouldn't, would we?
I always thought Bomber was invincible.
Do you want to use Lenny Cowan?
Why? I'm looking for a bloke called Moxie. Someone in the Grapes told us he nicked your motorbike.
I know we friggin' did.
Did you ever get it back?
Eventually. But I can't afford to fix it.
Where was it found? Was it local?
No, the police in friggin' Middlesbrough fished it out of the river.
Nice one, mate.
So the transporter ferry sets off on its last ride after servicing this community since 1911. For some, this is a sad occasion, but for others, a step towards progress and the revitalisation of Teesside. Sadly, the crisis in the Middle East has prevented the Prime Minister Tony Blair from being here today, but the Deputy Minister of Trade has sent this message.
He's too bloody ashamed to show his face!
Excuse me, madam, terribly sorry. Obviously, feelings are running very high here today.
Yeah, I don't recognise anybody, me. Said they were inviting every famous person from Middlesbrough. Oh, well, that's Chris Rea, and he's on tour. Isn't David Coverdale from Redgate? Who's he? Lead singer in Whitesnake.
Well, that would be a major coup.
Yo!
All right, Bomber.
Hi,
How you
Bob.
feeling?
Oh, Bomber's fine. Just one of those freak things. The alcohol didn't mix with this new medication I'm on. I'm right as right.
Good, good.
Where's Tony Blair, then?
Oh, there's Bunny. Woo, and that must be Mrs. Taylor. The lovely Titiana. Tatiana. Not in that dress.
Yeah, it's a look.
No, hold on, man.
It's a look.
Come on, man.
Look at them.
This I don't believe. I buy a designer's dress. I wear my new Versace shoes for what? A ferry. And I freeze my ass off.
Don't worry, baby bear. As soon as we get to the other side, we're going to be limousined off to a top hotel and a posh lunch. Look at the sweater. This is historic. In a month's time, me and the lads are going to pull the whole thing down.
If you'd pulled it down last month, I wouldn't need to be here.
Barry!
Jeffrey!
Tatiana. Very sorry about the PM not making it. Very much wanted you to meet him.
But Anton Decker here, aren't they?
Well, I haven't heard they're not.
Come on! Everybody get off back! Come on, we go home! Come on, let's go! Move yourself, let's go! Okay, come on, this one is home for you now. Okay! Then we'll sleep upstairs, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on! 6, let's go! 7, 8, 9, 10, let's go. 10, we'll sleep downstairs. Come on. There is one kitchen for you cook, one bathroom, or you can piss in yard.
Didn't that?
We're going to see Mr. Taylor.
Who's this?
It's Oz. I told you about him, baby. Oz! Over here. Oh, you know Jeffrey, of course you do. And let me introduce you to my wife, Tatiana.
Hello. Lovely to meet you, pet.
And this is her brother, Caddy. They drove up together from Droitwich, so we're having a bit of a night of it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I thought you would have finished your beard by now.
Okay, you talk business. We go outside, have a cigarette.
No, you don't need to bother, man.
No, it's okay.
Can't be long.
Nice to meet you. Ritzy place this, though, bud.
Well, there's no point depriving yourself. Have a brandy.
No, thanks.
No problems, I hope.
We've had to dip into the kitty a bit more than I'd planned. And the labour's come in at a bit more than I'd budgeted for. And the insurance. And this guy, Cahoon, the paddy, is he on your payroll or was?
Yours, surely.
You never mentioned that.
I said you'd need a technical chap, and I assumed you'd factored that in.
Well, how far over are we?
Oh, we'll be all right as soon as we get the big advance. Which means that we need it paid on the button, Jeffrey, end of week 1.
Well, that's not entirely up to me.
That was the deal. End of week 1.
Look, old boy, you're worrying unnecessarily. We should be celebrating. We've come a long way since our first little chat in the prison laundry. We shared a vision. And tomorrow, that vision becomes a reality.
That's right. Go on, Oz, have something. I recommend the creme brulee. It's absolutely busting.
No, thanks. I'd rather just get yourself a bag of chips on the way home, buddy.
Morning, Yoko. How are you today? Good. What's happening? What was all that about? They hate each other. Who hates who? All of this one hate all of this one. This one are Kosovans, this one are Serbs.
Christ, 2 years ago they were at war with each other.
That's right. Kill each other, burn villages. There is still much anger.
And this is our bloody workforce. It's worse than Ulster. Be a bloodbath.
Do you think we're idiots? We've figured that out, man. The Serbs are going to be one side of the river, the Kosovans on the other.
It's gonna be hard keeping the lid on this. I mean, we've all heard enough horror stories about the Serbs.
The Albanians are just as bad, Dennis. I thought they were Kosovans. Most Kosovans are Albanians.
They're all bandits over there, man. Descended from bandits. You can tell by the way they come into the pub, can't you? Trying to take advantage of the natural cover.
Well, we'll just have to make sure they stay on their own sides of the river, that's all.
Well, that's easy enough. We can have the Kosovans supporting the borough, and the Serbs can support Hartlepool United.
Let's hope they never meet in the cup.
Haydi, idemo na rabota. Hurra, posta kurbanı. Idemo na rabota. Haydi.
Sorry I have to keep popping off, fellas. Only Tatiana wants to get home. Tuesday, she has a Thai woman walk on her back.
When did you actually get married, Barry?
It was only a year ago. I was content with the status quo, but she wanted it. Of course, she's got a British passport now.
All right.
Yeah, we had a nice little ceremony at Droitwich Registry Office. Bit of a do at home, then we jetted off to Portofino for a few days. It was lovely.
You met her brother first, didn't you?
Yes, we were business partners. Yeah, that's how I met her. I thought I told you all this.
Oh, we must have just forgotten then, eh?
Aye, aye.
All right, well, ta-ra for a bit.
Ta-ra, Barry.
Ta-ra now.
I take it this wasn't a brotherly kiss.
Oh, maybe if you're from Kentucky.
You couldn't have seen very clearly.
What, then, man, I almost fell out with him in the corridor. He had his tongue down her throat and his hand up her arse.
Why didn't you tell him?
Well, how do you tell a bloke his wife's having it away with her brother? Huh?
Diana,
Where will you go?
I have somewhere.
They'll find you. They always do.
He's not from round here.
Well, the bike was ditched 200 yards away.
He's not local. We know everyone. Well, there's a slew of extra people on the bridge job, like.
So how do I get across the river?
A week ago, you could have got the transporter. You'll have to drive the long way round now.
Right, Neville.
Come in.
Sorry, I'm looking for my brothers. They work on the bridge.
Are they Serb or Kosovan?
Kosovan.
Well, you're on the right side of the river, at least. Well, they're stopping not far away. I could give you a lift.
No,
You know him or something?
he's come for me.
Well, this is private property. What do you want?
He wants me. Go, go. Влазните ме, дори на рафичен.
Po, Ed. Modorin och rapid. Kan jag till mattraktorer, tjur? Irene!
Che broma di mamma.
Fagli mandere, friend. Fagli mandere. Fagli mandere, proprio. Fici. Sabor, fagli mandere.
You peoples piss me off. It's not your business how my peoples live. That's my business.
The place is bog awful. It's a disgrace. You're exploiting these poor bastards.
You know how this work. We make flat deal. They do good job or no?
Yeah, they're working fine.
British do better. British cost more. You people are peace brain amateurs.
How much extra will it cost us to find us some better digs?
A lot.
Well, maybe Granger's people would chip in. I mean, they're not going to want the press to think they're exploiting foreign workers.
Jesus. You're living in cuckoo land. Firstly, it's not foreign labour, son. It's black. And secondly, yous bunch of the contractors here. The Havisham outfit's got no moral or fiscal responsibility in this matter.
That looks right. You're a bunch of bloody amateurs.
Well, what are you all looking at me for? I told you at the beginning we are the gappers on this one. And I went out and shopped around and got the best deal what I could.
Oh, we may be the gaffers, but it weren't so long ago that we weren't. These fellas are living like we were in Germany.
Believe me, our hut was luxury compared to the squalor they're trying to live in. We've at least got to find a half-decent place for this lass to move to.
Well, she can stay in our motel. Feels quite Albanian to me.
Or maybe you could take her home, Nev. Eh? I'm sure Brenda would understand.
Sod off, Oz!
All right. Don't let this thing get personal.
Well, look, you just tell me what you all want to do, because it comes out of our wedge.
Go to London, see your pal Granger. Maybe he'll meet you halfway.
This bloke who's looking for the skirt, Nev, did he have a Liverpool accent?
Cheers.
Cheers. What we're trying to do is get you all better digs. Places to sleep.
Atë dojnë të në gjinë në njëver më të mirë për t'jetu.
But in the meantime, we're going to chip in, get your sister somewhere. Because she cannot keep down with 20 plugs.
I don't think they got half of that.
We get you hotel with friends.
Atë donë që në trinë hotel në tyre.
Well, Trina, you ready?
Hey, what's wrong?
I think I've got a hold of the wrong end of the stick now.
Oh, no. All above board. No strings. I'm a grandfather.
Ata njerët mirë, ata më kanë ndihmu mua, ne mund të besojmë atyre. I told them you're good people, we can trust.
Glad we got that sorted. I'm bursting for a leak.
Bloody hell.
Put your packer back in your pants. Then you're going to take us to the money.
Money? What money?
Start-ups money, you rat bag.
Okay, fine. It's not here.
I didn't think it was. Let's go.
So where we going?
Across the river. Village called Marsden.
Open the boot.
You are?
Open it.
No. Get in. No way. I'm claustrophobic. Honest. I'll be sick all over your spare.
It's rented.
Well, I can't go back to the board with a begging bowl because your workforce don't have room service. They're Albanians, for God's sake. I went there once on a parliamentary junket. They had a banner across the main street in Tirana. Translated, it meant, "Glory to our potatoes."
So what does that prove?
Well, these people aren't used to the finer things of life. They're not expecting shower caps and bitter mints on the pillow.
Well, the lads feel bad. Look, anything extra can come off our big payday at the end.
Yeah, your big payday, Oz, is conditional on the sale of the bridge.
Right. And?
Well, there may be a wrinkle in that area. There's been a bit of backsliding from our Malaysian friends.
What are you saying, Jeffrey?
Well, the chap we were dealing with is suddenly out of favour. It's all very political. It's not untypical of that part of the world.
Given the catastrophic possibility that this is true, what am I supposed to do with 1 billion tons of bridge?
Well, scrap.
Scrap? We're taking it down piece by piece, stacking it in sections and numbering it because it's supposed to be rebuilt. If it was for scrap, we could have ripped it down by now.
For God's sake, Oz, nothing's in stone. I was just hoisting up South Cone about you increasing your capital expenditure. We're still talking.
My team put their savings into this deal. Everything they've got, most of them. You better be talking, Jeffrey, or else I'll hoist the South Cone right up your arse.
Here you are, my dear. Room's on the first floor. Lift's over there.
Thank you. Thank all of you.
Night. Night.
Night,
Good
love.
night.
Good night.
Sweet dreams. Actually, I'll get my head down as well. See you in the morning.
Just a minute, you.
What?
What haven't you told us, Moxie?
How do you mean?
Well, you weren't mugged. You're still wearing your watch.
It's only a Timex.
Is that bloke one of the people that's after you?
Could have been.
Well, whoever he was, where did he go?
I was unconscious. I've got no idea.
I tell you, the day I see a crossbow, I'm out of there.
My friend. Oh, did we wake you?
Yes, you did.
His tongue come out, and out it.
Oh, I get the picture, thanks, Oz.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I can't argue with that, you
What about me? Oh, you're easy, easy. Abba and Akka built. Do you need a drink here?
Yes. Oh, no. Yes.
Bloody hell. You get British worker, yes? Drink tea, scratch balls, cost you 3 times more money.
So we formed a partnership to pull down the transporter. Started to get the feel of being gaffers, because the workforce was Serbs and Kosovos, at each other's throats from day one. That's what happens when you don't ask too many questions. Didn't ask Moxie enough either. Or we might have known about a Liverpool thug called Mickey Startup. The closing ceremony of the bridge gave us a chance to see Barry's Russian missus, the titillating Tatiana. Oz got a closer look at her later that night. And her brother Caddy. The sister of 2 of the Kosovos showed up, and Nev became a knight in shining armour. Someone else showed up too, Mickey Startup's hitman, Teddy Platt. But something happened to him, and we've no idea what.
la majka ti bila kurva i...
His idea was to employ a bunch of Serbs and a bunch of bloody Kosovans. They hate the shite out of each other.
Just trading insults.
Are they ever? They've got homemade catapults and they're firing rivets. Someone's going to lose an eye. I tell you, the day I see a crossbow, I'm out of there.
You know when Granger hired you for this job, were you contracted to put the bridge back up again in Malaysia?
I was talking of it, sure.
Have you heard anything more about it?
Nope. There's no shipping instructions. Just an ominous silence.
If this all goes pear-shaped, what am I going to do with the bridge?
Well, there's always plenty of mugs around. Sure, they've sold the Brooklyn Bridge more than once, eh?
You can turn that shite off for a start. Who are you?
This is the Kosovan girl. One who came looking for her brothers. The lads put her in the motel last night.
Why?
Well, she had a scare. She thought this bloke was after her. Turned out he was after Moxie.
Time we had a word with Moxie. Oh, something weird going on with that one, lad.
Moxie's Moxie.
Yeah, so Irene here to make herself useful, because she'd go stir crazy back at the Robot Motel.
Well, she can hardly stay in that rat hole where the workers live. You talked to your pal Granger about that?
No, I didn't. We ended up talking about other things.
Get out on the wrong side of the bed, did we?
Bed. I've not had any sleep. I drove straight back here from London. And any more of your lip, and you can get your arse back down there, all right? Where did you get it?
There was a bloke sticking them up, far side of the river.
Look at that. My son, Rod Osborne, 1 week only.
Did he mention this to you?
Well, he said he'd been playing the occasional gig. Hey, we've got to go and see him.
Oh, of course.
Oh, aye, aye. Where's the Taboo Club?
Spennymoor.
Oh, big time.
Hey.
Oh. Thanks, Irina. Look, there's nothing more for you to do around here, pet.
I'd like to go where my brothers live, clean and freshen it up. Buy them some food.
I could do with a woman's touch. Here, why don't I drive her in down the supermarket? She can get loaded up.
Well, if you've got no else to do, Nev.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is my car. I'll see you out there.
Since I came here, you have always been so nice to me. Thank you.
What's the matter? It's just the decent thing to do, isn't it?
Look, man, we got rid of that Lorraine lassie because she wasn't good for your blood pressure.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, man. This foreign lassie with her big puppy dog eyes and her sexy accent. And oh, never is my knight in shining armour.
It's not about that.
A word to the wise, Nev. You've seen her brothers. I wouldn't go there if I was you.
Phew, absolutely, you're Kosovan, like you're Sicilian or you're Corsican. Besmirch the family honour. They'll have your dick in a pickle jar.
Just sod off, Oz.
So, why would this startup club send somebody after you?
It's a long story, Dennis.
We're not going anywhere.
I was working for the police.
No,
I was. Straight up honest. See, I was on the inside. I had this job in Startups Club, so the police gave me the combination to his safe.
Why?
They wanted evidence on unlawful deeds. You know, documents, records. They didn't give a dog's bollock about the cash.
Cash? You took some cash?
It's just sitting there, Dennis. You know, brown bag cash. Nothing that's going to show up on anyone's tax return.
How much was there?
I don't know. I never counted it. Just took enough to cover me stake money for the job up here with you lot.
Hey, what's really amazing is this Irina's on the run from startup and all.
It's not that surprising, really. You see, Startup's the top man for black labour in the north. The Kosovs were fresh off the boat, weren't they? And this bridge is a big job.
Jewish goons are after. You should lay low for a bit, stay in the motel, and don't show your face.
Oh, hey, Bomb. I'm always on my flaming own. That was the great thing about this gig. You know, seeing old mates, camaraderie. And now you want us to all up on me tot.
It's got a vending machine full of Mars bars, Sky One, UK Gold, somebody like you, man, that's luxury.
Good point there, Dad.
Mac man, are you was? What operating system do you use?
9.
I see, but innit? I bought a guitar through them. Fender Strat. You buying or selling?
Never mind your own business.
You all right, mate?
There might be a bit of a hiccup on the sale of the bridge. Now, it's not definite yet, so don't go opening your yap to the rest of the lads.
Nah, of course not.
You'll be all right, though, won't you? I mean, you've got this whole disc jockey thing pegged, haven't you? Everything's rocking for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't exactly say that. I mean, I'm not some fat boy slim superstar. I may have exaggerated a bit.
What do you mean, exaggerated?
You know, coloured things.
Is that a pun?
Does my skin bother you?
Don't be daft, man. My team plays in black and white, don't they? I've just got a thing about cockneys.
Yeah, well, this one sold everything he had. A couple of Yamahas and my car.
Oh. What did you do that for?
Tell you the truth, I wanted to turn my life around. Ain't been too brilliant so far. So, if it does fall through, where does that leave us?
Out of pocket. And in the shit.
Hey, my friend. Oh, did we wake you?
Yes, you did, actually.
Oh.
What's going on?
I had to go into the factory. It's nice kimono.
I buy it for him in a Bond Street. Makes him look slim.
Never mind about that. Why'd you have to go into work at such an unearthly hour?
You should be pleased he works so hard for us. He's a good boy. Buddy, you want to lie?
No, thank you. No, I've got to drive up north early in the morning. That stuff will have me walking on the ceiling. No, I shall make myself a nice cup of Ovaltine.
Better wear this, Barry.
Oh, it's our bomb.
What the hell? What was that? What's going on? The flipping rivet.
Oh, it's a war up there, boyo. Good job they haven't got bazookas. They're probably on order.
Right, yeah, well, I better move the car.
What, young?
Aye, Connie. So, are you going to see anything to Barry?
What about?
Oh, what happened?
Oh, what's this? Well, I saw Barry's old lady getting groped the other night, and I think she might be having it away behind his back.
Oh, dearie me. Who with?
Our brother.
Except for certain parts of Shropshire, that's illegal, isn't it?
Or maybe he's not our brother, yeah? Either way, Barry's being made a dick of.
Bomber hates to hear that. Bloody good bloke is Barry.
Absolutely.
Aye. You're positive you saw what you saw? I mean, it could have been innocent, you know.
Then, does this look brotherly? Because this is what I saw. and he's knee up there. Then he got his hands all over Jaxie, and then he was grappling with that jugs, he was giving them a squeeze, and then his tongue come out, and he was...
No, I get the picture, thanks, Oz.
Oh, yes. What's going on?
Just,
touch of cabin fever.
Everything all right, Barry?
No, not really. A few problems at home, actually.
What kind of problems, old son?
I think something's going on behind my back. It's a horrible feeling. Because I'm a very trusting person, mate.
Trust? We've all been victims of trust.
But the worst thing is, it's my brother-in-law. Caddy. His family.
Well, I have to say, buddy, I never liked the look of him from the first time I clapped eyes on him that night.
When did you first suspect something?
Well, I've had nagging doubts for a while. You know, little things that they accumulate. Strange things in the night and that.
In your own gaff?
No, in the warehouse.
They do it in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Are you going to say something to your wife?
Well, I don't really want to involve Tatiana, don't I?
Well, you'd have to, sooner or later. I mean, I turned a blind eye to the situation with my second wife. By the time I confronted her, it was too late. She was living with a spot welder in Bladen.
I'm not talking about my marriage, Dennis.
You're not?
Of course not. Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, we're just...
What's Tatiana got to do with larders? I'm talking about Caddy and his crew of Ivans. I'm sure they're up to some smuggling scam. I'm telling you, some of those cars have been back and forth more than once.
Oh, right. What, do you think it's like drugs?
Maybe, or it could be money, or icons. Well, he says there's another load being air freighted in this week. So I have a good mind to be there when it comes to my warehouse, yeah. Secreted secretly in the dark.
It's a bit risky, mate. You know, if I see you, it might turn a bit nasty.
Why don't we come with you?
Aye.
Back up, like.
What?
Would you?
Time like this, bloke needs his mates. Right, lads?
Absolutely. Right then.
Great.
What sort of music does your boy sing?
No idea. I mean, when he was a bairn, it was Duran Duran.
Oh, well, he'd grown out of that, hopefully.
Well, it could have been worse. Could have been the Spandau Ballet.
Yeah, they're not yours. Nah.
Well, how do you know?
I can usually suss a bloke's musical taste, me.
Oh, no way, and bollocks. You've only known me for 5 bloody minutes, lad. There's no way you can tell what I like to listen to.
Come on, have a go. I will.
Oh, well, now.
All right, all right. Early Stones, The Clash, Clapton, and a sprinkling of C&W.
He's been in me gaff rifling through me CDs.
No, I haven't, mate. No, I haven't. All right, then, Dennis.
Come on.
All right, then. Otis Redding. Aretha.
Aretha?
Yeah, Aretha. Marvin Gaye. And you got a soft spot for Rod Stewart, but only when you're at the karaoke pissed.
Hey, I can't argue with that, you
What about me?
Oh, you're easy, easy. ABBA and Akka Bilk.
And you're...
Yeah.
What about Nev?
Nev? Ah, that's my roast music, I reckon.
Get away.
Yeah, my roast music. The Smiths, The Cult, Depeche Mode, music to slash your wrist by.
That's not me at all.
No, no. These days, Nev likes watching Destiny's Child videos, doesn't he? Ooh. Oh, man. He loves man.
Hello.
Hey, canny place.
Any women around?
Hey, you want to pull again, Neville?
Leave it out, Dennis. I'm just saying.
There's a couple at the bar.
Are you lot blind? It's gay.
It's what?
It's a gay club.
What, in Spennymoor?
I think he's right. You know, there's two fellas there dancing together.
Oh, nobody's pinched Bomber's arse.
Is your young now about all this?
Well, he'll not be arsed, will he? Club's a club, a gig's a gig, even if it's full of pillow biters. Hey.
You don't have to say you love me, just be close at hand. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me,
Must be the support
I
act.
can't help but love you, but believe me, I'll never tie you down. When I said I needed you, you said
Do you need a drink,
you
Pet?
would always stay.
Yeah, triple, please.
Triple what?
Who changed
Anything.
you, and now you've gone away.
She's good.
Don't you see?
Isn't it?
That now
Yeah, no question. It could be dusty up there.
and I'm left here on my own. That I have to follow you and beg you to come home. You don't have to say you love me, just be close at hand.
I didn't realise you were out there.
No, I thought I'd surprise you. Turned out the other way around, huh? Star's dressing room, huh?
Yeah. Well, Shirley Bassey played here years ago.
What, the real Shirley Bassey? Or some pit yakker in a dress?
The real one. Sit down.
No. I'm quite all right over here, thank you.
You want a drink? Oh, you don't, do you?
Oh, I've had a couple of nights, son.
Shock to the system, was it?
Shock to the system? I was poleaxed, man. Mind it's a canny act, though. You know? And that's all it is, isn't it? I mean, an act, a gimmick. Doesn't mean to say that you're... thing.
Gay?
Doesn't mean that at all.
I am gay.
Oh, hell's bollocks. Well, is it permanent? I mean, could this not just be a phase?
I've known since I was 14. And it wasn't because I didn't have a dad around, so don't start putting yourself through that guilt trip.
Guilt? Ah, blame your mother. It was her what planned out your every whim.
Are we talking about the same woman here?
Well, it was her what paid for you to have ice skating lessons, wasn't it? When every other normal bairn was kicking a ball about. In fact, now I come to think on, didn't you used to have a poster of Torval Indian stuck onto your bedroom wall, lad?
Maybe you better leave.
Aye, I think maybe you're better hard. I can't get my head round this. He's not gay. He thinks he is, but he's not.
Look, it's just like exhibitionism, isn't it? Like a cry for attention.
Exactly.
Would it matter if he was?
Well, it would to me.
Well, even if he is.
He's not. He can't be. There's never been a Huckle in the Osborne family, and we can trace our lineage all the way back to the Second World War. Now, end the subject. Right?
Fair,
Right. Of course. It's always been the tunnel, not the funnel.
Excuse me, do you work here?
Well, I work with Bridge North, yeah.
So you're one of the bosses?
Sort of.
I'm Nikki Miles.
Never hope.
Sad to see the old bridge come down.
Yeah, well, good for the area in the long run, though.
How many men do you use in a job of this scale?
About 50, more or less.
I suppose in this day and age, not many of them are British.
Not really. But why are you asking exactly?
I'm researching an article. Foreign nationals in the workforce.
Well, most of the lads are here to improve their lives, you know. I went through the same thing myself. Worked in Germany, Spain, Kazakhstan even.
Gosh, how fantastic.
Bah, there wasn't the work at home.
So where do your workers come from?
The Balkans. A lot of them are war victims. Lost homes, families. There's this lass Irene been telling me stuff.
Really? It would be fantastic if I could talk to her. It's Neville, isn't it?
Well, maybe I could arrange something.
He's on till the end of the week.
What?
Your son. Why'd you take the poster down?
Nothing to do with me. I have no son.
Yeah, and I have no dad, but I bet if I did, he wouldn't give me any grief about my sexual persuasion.
Your dad? Your dad shagged more birds than Mick Jagger, man. He'd be devastated if you were a puff.
I bet he wouldn't.
You're forgetting something, son. I knew him. You didn't.
I heard you hadn't seen Rod in years.
Not my fault.
Maybe, maybe not. But if you leave it like this, how many years do you think it'll be before you see him again?
Who in the name of shite do you think you're talking to, lad? Huh? You little pipsqueak?
What do you mean you're not coming? It was all agreed. Hey, Barry's got real problems here, you know, Oz.
We've all got problems, Dennis.
You mean you're young and like?
Didn't I tell you that wasn't to be mentioned, eh?
May I offer a word on the subject, Oz? If it's all right. You know, lots of men like dressing up. It doesn't mean they're necessarily otherwise inclined, you know. I mean, take my cousin Edmund. Every chance he gets, he likes to walk around the house in panties, garter and a busty hair. But he's fathered 4 children and he drives a dinkum digger on the motorways.
There you go. Well, I'm thrilled for your cousin, buddy, but the subject's closed. Now, I have to go, because Granger's up tonight and I need to see him.
Is something wrong, like?
Just the usual horse shit, but I'll deal with it.
There's something we don't know.
Where is he?
Oz, how about hello?
Hello, where is he?
He's not here. It's been a change of plan.
Could you not have run? Saved me dragging me arse over here.
I thought we might have a drink. Was that so awful?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just been a right bastard of a week, that's all. Open warfare on this site. Your boss trying to shaft me on this bridge deal. And then there's me son.
Pardon?
I'll have another stolly on the rocks.
No problem.
Same for you, Oz?
Yeah, why not?
You're looking very snazzy.
You're not looking too shabby yourself, but...
I was in London. Had a little splurge at Harvey Nick's.
Well, I suppose we could have a bite. I've got me tie on so I can get past Saddam Hussein on the door there.
We could. Not fast. We could just have a couple of drinks and go to bed.
Could we have another bowl of Twiglets first? Dearie me.
Oz?
What? No, I don't, Pet. And I'd rather you didn't.
Forgive me. It was my room and my bed.
Just trying to save your life.
Thank you, darling.
So was bed part of the deal with Granger?
No. Well, it was at the beginning. He even took me on vacation to Mauritius. And he spotted a paparazzi with a very long lens, focused on my very bare breasts, and totally freaked. The next BA back to Heathrow. Since then, sex, fortunately, hasn't been an issue.
Why has he been avoiding me?
He doesn't like telling people what they don't want to hear.
Well, I've got to see him. Do you know where he is?
I do. But I wanted you to wheedle it out of me.
Oh, good grief. I've wheedled you for 2 hours, man.
He's staying at Lord Wharfdale's. He'll be on his grouse moor in the morning.
Right.
How are we down there?
Oh.
I thought they'd never go. My joints are seized up.
You sure you didn't just turn a blind eye to this, Barry? I mean, the way you live can't be all down to flogging packets, something out-of-date chutney.
I've always kept my end of things totally legit, Dennis. I'd open my books to anybody. Inland Revenue, VAT, anybody.
You ever notice any cocaine around the house?
Well, only what we have at the weekends.
What?
You're using you! All right, there's no need to be so self-righteous about it, Dennis. You were chauffeuring a dealer around till recently.
Aye, but I don't do it.
Well, I only have the odd toot since I met Tatiana. It's not like I've got a habit or anything. Just a little bit of Charlie before the knees up.
And you never asked where he came from?
I assumed it was local, Bomb. I've been a prat, I know that. I'm not going to do anything about it till I've talked it over with Tatiana.
Should we tell him the rest?
No. He's got enough to take in for one night, Bomber.
Polly. I've got to pick your granddad up because his car's in the shop again.
That's okay. I have something for it.
You do?
Yep.
Do I get to see it?
Nope. Secret. No, that's not fair.
Business.
We're down to busing seniors from Clemson. Not exactly high rollers.
I got this off the internet for you, Granddad.
Thank you.
Where's my lad?
What lad?
Teddy Platt, and he was working for you because he told me.
Doing what?
Well, nothing legal, that's for sure. I'm not an idiot. Most of the time he lies around on his arse, but he bought me a posh bungalow in Woolton and this fair coat.
Looks after his mum, eh?
Yes, he does. And he never fails to call. And Sunday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Piss off. What have you done with him?
Look, I'd like to talk to him as well. Where was he when you last spoke to him?
He was in rotten Middlesbrough. He said to me, I always thought we was working class, ma'am. But now that I've seen this place, I realise we're middle class. And those were the last words he said to me.
So, what got you onto this story then, Nicky?
This guy came to the paper looking for money. He was a driver. Used to ferry bodies over from the continent. £100 a head. Sometimes made up to 3,000 a trip.
This lass Irene told me they paid an advance in Greece, 6 days in a truck, and the balance when they got to the UK.
I can't wait to meet her. And you've been terribly sweet arranging this for me and picking me up from the hotel. So how long have you been in England, Irina?
1 month. I came here with my brothers.
She lost another brother in the war, and her dad.
Neville, would you mind?
Oh, right.
So you lost your family in the war?
And my home.
That's terrible. And you had to pay to get to Britain?
Yes, all the money we had.
And when you arrived here, where did you go first?
Liverpool. This man, he wanted me to become a prostitute.
Who the shit you are?
It's all right. She's a journalist.
She go now.
And you are?
You don't ask me that.
That's my property. You've got no rights.
Aye, there's no need for that.
Why? You talk to this woman, you stupid bitch!
Hey, you can knock that off.
Come on, take on the bus! Hey, come on!
Get in the car. Get in the car. I'm phoning the police. I'm phoning the police now.
Oh, very good. Very good for you.
No! Could be one of those animal rights activists.
Oz, I never imagined this was your sport.
No, doping whippets is more my lane, eh?
Seriously, what are you doing here? You could have got yourself killed.
You promised me an answer.
As I said, we're still talking.
Well, you've not been talking to me, Jeffrey. I've left messages on your machine at your office with Sarah. Now, I want to know, and I want to know now. Is this Malaysian deal kaput?
Well, the indications are...
Yes or no?
Yes!
Yes. You've screwed us, Jeffrey, didn't you? Huh? You sucked us in, and then you hung us out to dry.
Why don't you point that somewhere else? It's loaded!
Oh, really?
Is everything all right over there?
Shut your mouth, twat!
Whose idea bring press peoples here?
We don't know what you're talking about.
Your asshole friend does. You solve this problem or I tell you what. I take my labor, they walk.
You've got a contract, chummy.
Peace on contract. I don't need this shit. You get British worker, yes? Eh? Drink tea, scratch balls, cost you 3 times more money.
You been talking to the press, Neville?
Look, I didn't invite her here.
Oh, it was a she, was it? Where did you take her? To the digs?
Man should have found out easy enough just by asking around. Our mistake was not moving them somewhere decent like we promised.
Oz is on the blower. Wants us to meet him at the pub at 11.
Oh, bugs. Oh, bloody hell, what now?
I don't know, but he obviously feels we need a drink with it.
Maybe English Heritage have declared the bridge a national monument and want us to put the stinking thing back up again. Gives me the bloody pip, all this uncertainty, chumming and frothing, I'm telling you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Cheers. Put the change on, I want.
Look, I cannot sugarcoat this, lads. The sale of the bridge has fallen through.
What? It can't, man.
All right, from the start, that was always going to be
our big payday, Nev. Yes, I know. Well, it's gone west and we're stuffed.
We lost everything.
No, Granger suggested we get the steel smelted down in Poland because foundries are cheaper there, apparently. And then we just have to see what we'll get in the open market for scrap steel. Like.
And how much is scrap steel fetching on the open market? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, that varies. I mean, optimistically, looking at the tonnage we've got, we might get 80 grand back, less the cost of shipping it to Gdansk.
Aye, and that'll cost, well, let's say another 20 grand.
Yeah.
We're going to end up with less than our initial stake. I can't believe this, you know. This was meant to change everything. We're going to end up broken than we were.
All right, Nev, look, don't broadcast it, you know. It's not helping, man.
It's easy for you to say it, Dennis. You haven't had to risk a penny. The rest of us covered your nut.
You know, I wondered how long it would take for one of you to throw that back in my face.
Calm down. Calm down, Den. I mean, we wanted you in, didn't we? If we had to do it again, we'd do the same thing.
Yeah, of course we would.
Don't say it, not in here, Oz.
We were out like that from the start, weren't we? Kidding ourselves we could be gaffers.
Listen, I got you all into this. You know, it was my idea, my big vision for the future. So whatever we get up to scrap, I'm going to waive my cut, all right?
No.
Or if you prefer, I'll go and chuck myself off what's left of that bridge.
No, I mean, we all came into this with our eyes open. And there's always risk in any business venture.
At least you got some cushion, Barry.
Don't you be so sure, Junior. You think your business is on solid foundation, but you find out it's built on sand.
Or snow, in your case.
Our mutual friend Yorgo said I might find you here. You're the big cheeses on the bridge, right?
Do you want to buy it? We'll give you a good price.
I'm looking for someone you know. Goes by the name of Moxie.
Moxie?
What, exactly do you want him for, Lee?
It's personal. Used to work for me.
Well, he worked with us for a while, but, he's gone.
Gone where?
Where?
Overseas, wasn't it, lads? Think you went to Africa. One of them places.
I've put word round the site. Because, like, I'm offering a big reward.
Well, if we're saying we could use the money.
If any of yous mess with me, I'll have your ass for the hat.
It would suit you.
Hey, what were we thinking of, Brenda? Pissing everything away at our time of life.
I hate it when you say our time of life.
Well, it's the truth. We've got 3 kids, one of them still just a bairn. And a business that's really struggling.
We did this to get out from under, didn't we? I suppose you're blaming me because I pushed you into it.
I blame myself for listening to you.
Oh, that's a lot of comfort, Neville.
Look, man, I'm not blaming anybody, okay? Maybe it's just sod's law. Time I realise there's nothing the other side of the rainbow. No lottery ticket, no field of dreams.
Why are you two always shouting these days?
We're not shouting, we're just discussing something.
Well, it's getting really boring. Look, there's a message on the machine for you. Some girl called Nikki. She says she's sorry about what happened with Irina, but she's got to talk to you.
It's not what you think.
How do you know what I'm thinking?
I think you think I look at other women.
Are you just looking?
Aye. Look, Nikki's a journalist. She's doing an expose on black labour. I should never have spoken to her. The lads are really pissed off with us. Yet another lousy thing to fret about.
We'll get through this, Neville. It's not the end of the world.
No, but I think I can see it from here.
Yeah, what a piss at the day was, eh? Rocks right up there with Dunkirk. Newcastle losing an 88 cup final.
Well, there might just be the faintest glimmer. But when I first got wind that this bridge deal might go doing a crapper, I put an ad on the internet, right?
What ad?
Bridge for sale.
Bridge for sale?
Oh, I know it sounds potty, but I've had a reply.
Who from?
Someone representing a bloke called Joe. And he seems bang up for it. So I'm going to go into the office in the morning and email them some specifications, dimensions, photographs of the bridge, etc.
What's his address? Offmetrolley.com.
No. Arizona, on a reservation. He's an Indian.
Let me get this straight, right? A red Indian named Joe on a reservation in the middle of Arizona wants to buy the Transporter Bridge. Has he been on the pipe?
Well, it says here that this bloke Joe speaks on behalf of his entire nation. So...
Oz, if I was you, I wouldn't mention this to any of the lads, Lee.
Nev. I remember you told me about Moxie stealing all that money.
Oh, so...
You told me there were documents as well. Stuff incriminating that man that runs the Black Labour. You know, the one that showed up today.
Start up. What are you going on about, Brenda?
Wouldn't that journalist kill for that information? You might get them both off your backs.
Get in to make a cup of tea. Where's Oz?
Said he was going in early.
Bloody hell. All right, Mox. Just a bounce.
Fumes nearly bloody killed me. Stop whinging. Where is it?
It's down there.
Right, oh well.
Good lad, Moxie.
It's, your lad's last night tonight. Oz?
What?
His last night. We thought we'd all go. Didn't we, Bum?
Yeah, it might cheer us up a bit. The boy puts on a good show.
Oh, aye. If you like seeing puffs and dresses, it's a cracking night out, eh? Is that tea ready?
We want you to drop the bridge angle, Nicky. Leave it alone till the job's finished.
No way. This is about traffic in human beings. 30 million people a year worldwide. I'm not letting you cowboys buy me off.
We'll give you the top man. The guy that runs the whole shebang.
Names, numbers, payoffs, where the bodies came in, where they went.
What's his name?
Mickey's startup. Don't go after him alone, though, love. He's a vicious sod.
Why don't you share this with the police? I mean, you will still get the exclusive, won't you?
Could be a book in it.
I like the sound of that.
Can't tell anyone where you got it, mate.
Don't worry. I always protect my sources.
Never been a source.
See, Paris was exhausting. Bit of retail therapy, was it?
Vari. Caddy said you stay in the north.
I wanted to talk to you. Do you know where this comes from?
What do you mean?
Well, it's not some dealer with a ponytail down the local pub. It comes from Russia. Caddy brings it in those cars. I saw it with my own eyes. Me and a couple of mates staked out the workshop.
You had friends with you. What if they tell people? We could all go to jail, we lose everything.
They won't say nothing, and I said I wouldn't. Until I'd seen you. You knew about this, didn't you, Tatiana?
He is my brother. He likes expensive things. He likes to live well. Huh? Don't we all?
Not that well. I feel like I don't know either of you.
Oh, Barishka, don't be stupid. What were you before I met you? There is a Russian word, nekudishny. It means a lump, a jerk. I changed all that. I made you look good, smell good, nice haircut. You wear beautiful clothes. I buy for you Versace belt.
I could buy this with my own honest graft. How rich do you need to be?
You cannot be too rich.
I just don't know what to do with myself. Just don't know what to do with myself. I'm so used to doing everything with you, planning everything for two, and now that we're through, I just don't know what to do with my time. I'm so lonesome for you.
Glad you could make it, Austin.
Well, I thought I should take another look. I mean, last time I couldn't take out in. I was in such a state of shock.
It's great, man.
Yeah, it's excellent.
But I'm not with you. I just don't know what to do.
Does he know you're here?
Like a summer road.
You gonna go see him then?
Oh, I think not. It'll be a frenzy backstage.
Still, shame to come all this way.
Back again? You boys are becoming regulars.
What do you mean, like?
It's never too late to find out who you really are.
Didn't push it, pedal.
Just don't know what to do with myself. Just don't know what to do with myself. Yeah.
Is this a good moment?
Well, it depends what you've come for.
Say sorry.
How are you then?
I was just flabbergasted, that's all, you know. I mean, I've got nothing against gays, son. It's just that, well, I was brought up to believe that Dickie up the chuff there is abnormal and vile. Ah, that came out wrong, didn't it? Shite. Sorry again. Look, you are who you are, and I've got no right to act outraged.
I'm sure you'd rather I'd turned out to be Sting or Alan Shearer.
Oh, now you're talking. But you know what they say? God laughs when people make plans. I should know. Mine have all gone down the crapper.
What? The bridge?
Aye, the bridge. I've let me mates down, you see. That's what really bums me out.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, hey, yeah, man. I'm the one supposed to be apologising.
Listen, if you're going to make a habit of this, I'll have to get you a backstage pass.
What have now but that, son? I kind of see your father floating around the gate club with a sticker that says, access all areas, eh?
When you're saying that next.
I'm not sure yet. Coming yet?
Hey, look at this pair. Beat the pubs club, have we, boys?
Used to be a decent boozer, knee-deep in these specimens now.
Leave it alone, Dad. I get it all the time.
Hey, look at this one. Wearing makeup.
Canny left hook, son.
Aye. Not bad for a puffer, eh?
You've made your father very proud tonight.
I have an offer from Mr. Granger's legal firm. He points out that the price of scrap is fairly volatile, as are shipping and labour costs. He's offering to settle with your partnership right now for a lump sum, and a cashier's cheque is enclosed.
How much?
£50,000.
No way.
I could ask for 60.
Well, it still leaves us well short. Yeah.
Well, obviously you'll want to discuss this. I mean, I don't want to pressurise you either way.
This offer does have one major plus.
What's that?
We could walk away from that bridge today and get on with the rest of our lives.
Vicky! Police. Here you were in the northeast, Mickey.
So?
What were you doing there?
Looking for the holiday villa. I'm sick of Barbados. Who's she?
I'm Nikki Miles, and I believe you're Britain's most evil man.
Me? I'm a family man. Churchgoer. Just bought St. Olaf's a new stained glass window.
Better say your prayers, Mickey. Because this is a pull, and a serious one.
Get my lawyer.
He's on holiday, Mickey.
This?
Well, if there's another hitman, Mox, you better hold on to your scalp.
One of you called Oz?
Yes, that's me. You must be Joe. Oh, fantastic, man. Joe.
Joe from Arizona.
Hi.
Don't believe it?
Yes. I flew in this morning. Tribal Council thought it was too big a deal to do over the net, so they sent me to check it out.
Tribal Council? Hi, Joe's a Red Indian, a real live Red Indian.
We prefer Native American.
Oh, right.
With all respect, what's a Native American doing in Middlesbrough?
Didn't you tell these guys?
No.
My nation wants to buy your bridge.
Do you have a reservation, Mr. Sorgus?
Yes. Right next to the Navajos, isn't that right, Joe?
Oh, I was thinking of après-ski.
You know what Joseph Stalin said? He said, remove the man, you remove the problem.
Look, I'm getting very pissed off with the tone of this interrogation.
You know that dismantling sequence you showed us? What do you call it when it's, the other way around?
An erection sequence. No jokes, please. I've heard them all.
Hey, that was a hell of a late tackle.